Hi guys, happy Tuesday, Dream Team Chat Time. I'm Alexx Erickson, Star Director of True Life I'm a Dream Chaser.
And I'm Brianna Engel, Superstar Director of Scentsy Dreamers.
Okay, and today we are kind of talking about leadership, this fun reboot thing we're doing with our group, and just some gratitude for you guys as leaders and teammates in our organization. This has been something that Bri and I have been talking about a little bit, just our culture, our team, our group, just how awesome it is. And so I just want to lead by saying, if you are a leader in this organization, in our True Life family, we are so thankful for you. Like truly, our team and our group would not be the same without you guys. You guys help us carry our team culture and our team message onto your team. And it has created a really amazing environment.
Yeah.
Right?
100%.
Like it is so much fun being able to do Scentsy with you guys. And I just want you guys to know that we see you guys and we appreciate it. And for those of you who aren't leaders, but maybe your leader is on here or your leader is guiding you through Scentsy, like how awesome is it that you have that opportunity to bond with a leader and have that amazing team connection that I think makes Scentsy so fun. Right. This team culture that you feel and you see and you experience every day isn't by accident. It's something that I and Brianna take very seriously, and we know how important it is to have that sticky culture and to have the community that you want to go share what you're doing, share your accomplishments, ask questions. It's made our Scentsy journey so fulfilling. And hopefully you guys are feeling the same way as you are building your teams, or even as you're sharing in our community. We hope that you guys feel the love, and we hope that you guys love being in this community that we have cultivated together. It might seem simple and it might seem easy to be in and experience and participate in, and that's amazing. And I hope that it feels easy, but just know that it is a lot of intentional effort. Yeah. To be a problem-solving community, and a community that leads by example, shows up, right? And a community that not only talks the talk, but walks the walk as well. Okay. And so I just want to say that we appreciate you so much, and we're so thankful. Brianna and I could not sail the ship on our own. Like we need the leaders in our community to do exactly what they're doing. And that is, walk the leadership walk and guide people along the way, show people how they're working. And so to support that effort and to encourage our leaders to continue down that path and, find their own footing that aligns with our team culture, Brianna and I have started a new program, and we talked a little bit about it last week during our housekeeping, but now we are moving and grooving. Or was it last week? It might've been the week before that we mentioned it.
I don't remember.
We are now
week 3.
3 weeks into this program. We call it our Director Reboot. Shout yourself out if you are in our Director Reboot program. This program is for superstar consultants, directors, Director Q, star directors. Okay. This program has been amazing. Mm-hmm. It is all of us in a group sharing how we're working, what we're doing, conversations we're having, tips and tricks. And you guys, these leaders are then pulling that content onto the True Life team page. I don't know if you have seen or noticed or recognized. I sure as heck have.
Yeah.
But the content on the True Life page has been popping.
The best.
Like so amazing. It has been so awesome to see. I have been getting so inspired by all of these leaders sharing, and it's just an important reminder that we are inspiring people as we share. It doesn't matter whose team you are on, what title you are, anything. Who here has learned something from a brand new consultant? I do, like, all the time. I feel like new consultants have the best ideas. Even further though, every consultant at every level has amazing ideas and content to share. And so in this program that Brianna and I have created, we are really encouraging our leaders to share what they're doing, share their heart, share their content, along with reminding them the requirements of Scentsy as a leadership, as far as PRV minimums and leadership minimums beyond Scentsy, right? Beyond what Scentsy says is the minimum, right? We go above that, and we're really like reiterating that to these leaders. And hopefully what we hope is happening is that we're giving them the confidence to continue stepping into this role as leaders and develop their own leadership style, which I think is happening.
Oh, 100%.
And it's just something that we wanted to come and do a whole video, a whole training Tuesday on it, because it is such an important part of a Scentsy journey, especially if you're stepping into leadership, that you have the right, maybe not expectations, but you have the right ideas of what you're doing, right? Systems, habits, and that your heart's in it in the right ways, right? Leading from the front, sharing. And so this program has been very intentional on that, so much so that we have this week, every week there's homework. And this week the homework was to post every day on the True Life page. And with that, Brianna and I, we're not going to. Yeah. We like took a little step back. I mean, we might throw up our posts here and there and our shout outs and stuff, but we've really allowed this week for our leaders to shine.
Yep.
And for our leaders to share their content and have all eyes on them. The stage is theirs, and the results have been really amazing.
Incredible.
If you haven't like noticed, when you look at the team page with new eyes, knowing this, you will see all of the different ideas and content being shared by other leaders. And it's really inspiring. It is really awesome to see how different leaders in our organization work their business. They're sharing the opportunity, they're sharing the products, they're sharing their tips and tricks along the way. It's really cool to see.
Yep.
I get inspired by other consultants all the time. And so seeing it right here on our team page has been amazing. And this program that we're doing is trickling over into our group, and it's amazing. And so I love this program. I'm so happy that we decided to do this program, and we'll do it again in the future for the, the next round of superstar consultants. But this program has been amazing. And we wanted to share our hearts when it comes to this program, because I think we've both like realized and had a moment that like, this is really great. Like, this is working really well. It is reminding our leaders how important they are. And it's a message that we don't want lost. It's a message that we don't want to just share once a year during this director program that we run. Like, we are so thankful for this community that we have. We think that you guys are so awesome. We're so thankful for the content you share, because you guys, we are a give more than you take group. Scentsy's core value, it's in their mission statement, give more than you take. That follows us into our True Life organization. We give more than we take. And by doing that, we inspire so many people. And when you are giving and you are inspiring, great things are going to happen to you too. Okay. You have to trust the process. And hopefully you guys in your Scentsy journey know this already. You know that by doing great things and by showing up and being intentional, good things are going to follow. But I didn't want it to be assumed. And I did want to like say it from the bottom of our hearts. Like, we're so thankful for you guys. Okay. Yeah. And so that's kind of what's going on with this Director Reboot, and kind of what we're doing behind the scenes, what we're encouraging, what we view as our leaders, and like the, expectations, I guess, as a True Life community, like the expectations we have if you're going to like lead a team, right? And we're going to work together. Let's be problem solvers. Let's work together. Let's share together. And so I wanted to share that with you guys. Bree's going to kind of talk to everyone else also, like obviously star consultants, directors, the message, superstar consultants, the message still pertains, but we have some really fun things planned, but I'm gonna let gonna let Bree lead on that.
Yeah. So I just want to recognize that part of this director reboot, and I think that in not so many words, our two main focuses for doing this director reboot was to, one, make sure that the guidelines and the expectations for a leader in Scentsy and in the True Life community was clear. Because the road to director without those clear expectations can be it can sometimes feel like you're thrown right into this new role, right? And things change when you become a director. I feel like that's a promotion where it's like, okay, like getting paid on a whole new level and being split off from my team or being split off from the group, and I'm being thrown into these official pages. I'm having access to things that I didn't have access to before, and I can go into DQ, and there's more that's required of you. And it's not, to me, I didn't feel like it was super like, okay, here's how you do this and here's how you do that.
Definitely.
Like, so figuring that out, or having an opportunity to kind of take it step by step, which is kind of what we wanted this director reboot to be, was laying out clearly what the expectation was for Scentsy, right? What their stewardship standards were as a director, and then as our True Life community. And it's not that it's vastly different. It's not that we had to spend a whole day talking about this and then True Life, it's like completely different. No, it melts together for a reason. But obviously our expectation and what we do here in the community is going to mirror Scentsy's vision at like the highest level, right? Because we want you guys to show up every day as your best self. And especially as a leader, like that is just one thing that has to go without question and has to go without say. And so, but we wanted to make sure that y'all were equipped with knowing what exactly that was. And then the second half of that is empowering you guys to be able to do that, and giving you the opportunity to, because we recognize that while it may feel like we run this ship really well, I think most people might say that, we're not the only ones who are going through this Scentsy journey. We're not the only ones who have information, who have the trainings, who have a voice, who are doing the fun mail, who are doing all the things.
Who are successful in their business.
Right, exactly. And so we want to empower those. If you've gotten to superstar consultant, if you've gotten to director, you have so much knowledge and wisdom and success in your story that deserves to be shared. Not for you. It has nothing to do with you. It has everything to do with what you can give back to the community behind you, right? The community that you want to turn around and lift a hand out so that they can follow. That's what it's about, right? That giving more than you take attitude. And so I think that it was Orville, or I don't know, maybe it was a leader or something, but they were talking about this idea of like being a part of team pages and having all this content and stuff. But if you are sitting on the True Life page and you're seeing the posts that me and Alex are doing and other leaders are doing, and you're like, oh, I love that picture. Oh, I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And you go and you do it, but you're not giving anything back to the community, that goes against what the process is supposed to look like, right? We want you to take what helps you and what will push you forward. We want you to take it. That's why it's there, right? Everybody who's sharing stuff wants you to absorb it, wants you to adopt it and move forward with it and use it however it works for you. But the idea is to then give back to the community that served you, so that it will help the next in line, right? And so this idea of bringing on our leaders, asking them to spend time sharing with us being in a somewhat muted position, allows them to have the freedom to talk about whatever they want to talk about, so that they don't feel like that they're being repetitive or that they're saying the same thing twice, or that they don't have anything valuable to add. Because the fact of the matter is even if we were still doing our post, whatever, every piece of content that you guys share has value. Okay. And I'm not just talking to the directors anymore. So this is where the whole community, our whole True Life culture comes into play. Okay. So if you're not a superstar consultant or you're not a director and you're like, I'm not in this group, what are we doing here? Hear me. we want to express what we're doing in this community, inside this group, this Director Reboot group. And we wanted to share it here with you today to acknowledge our leaders, but also to empower those who are coming for those leadership spots, to start taking advantage of everything that they're doing right now.
Yep.
Like, who has heard of dressing for the job that you want?
Yep.
Right? Showing up for the job that you want. That starts on day one. And we talk about that as a leader. If you want to be a leader somewhere down the road, start acting like one now.
Yep.
Start doing things that leaders do right now. So the big general broad statement of this Dream Team chat is to let you guys know that you have the ability to start acting like a leader, start acting like a director right now. Right? And the things that you're seeing your leaders do inside of our True Life community are things that you guys are all capable of doing and need no permission.
Yes.
You don't need
go live, make the post,
right,
create the album, like whatever you need to do, the platform is yours.
Right. Yep.
Like, please share it, you know?
Yep. So it doesn't matter what your title is. So essential, certified, star, it does not matter what your title is. Okay. You have something valuable to add to this community, whether you believe it or not. And the first step in doing that is to just share. It is literally just to give back. Right. And the other big part of that is to don't make it complicated. Don't overthink it. Okay. It does not have to be some wild, this is totally a brand new idea. Nobody's ever thought of this before. Fancy schmancy type deal.
Yeah.
We want you to come as you are. And if it's super simple, that's even better.
Yep.
Right. So keep simplicity at the forefront of your business and in your sharing. Because that's just what's going to work. That's just what's best for the entire community as a whole, because of it's one of our core values.
Yes. And that's what people connect with when they see something and they're like, I could do that.
Yeah.
That's where they're like, oh, that's where they get inspired to go and move. When they see something that's leaps and bounds, complicated stuff they have no idea about, maybe stuff we're doing in our business, emails, to them, that might be freaking them out. But seeing a text that you sent that resulted in an order could be the light bulb moment for someone that gets them following up with their customers or gets them the confidence to offer a party.
Yep.
Simplicity is the key to longevity with Scentsy, right? You got to keep it simple to keep things moving and to teach people the way. So please don't feel like because you've seen someone post about a text message or an order coming in or whatever, that it shouldn't be repeated. It absolutely should, because it's coming from your perspective and your perspective can reach someone else, right? You can give back in such a big way, just simply by sharing how you're working. A bag you found at the Dollar Tree, a text message you sent, a order you dropped off and had a following conversation with. Anything that you're doing in your business is worth sharing.
Mm-hmm. And the other thing that we had written down here that I've already seen come up a whole bunch, especially in chat, is inspiration, right? I feel like that while inspiration and like this idea of motivation, it's fleeting, right? Mm-hmm. Inspiration and motivation is not going to drive you to the finish line 100% of the way, right? The inspiration and the motivation is there to kickstart, to be the spark plug in a moment of like, oh, I'm really having a brain fart. I'm really like stuck here. And then you get inspired, right? Or then you get motivated by something. You watch a video or you see a post or whatever. And that helps you to get going. It helps you to get back on your feet. Inspiration and motivation are not the driving forces for our business, but I do believe that it is required to be a part of the equation. Okay, we do need to be inspired. We do need to be motivated, but it cannot be the only thing. And if you are expecting me and Alexx to show up on the True Life page to give you inspiration and motivation every single day for your business, and you think you're going to hit superstar director based off of that, it's not going to happen.
No, it will not.
Right? You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent. You have to be committed. And all of that goes far beyond any motivational quote we can throw up on a daily basis.
Inspiration does not equal PRV.
No. All right. So you guys, no, I'm just kidding. See y'all later. But for real, like that is the truth. And while we're here for the motivation and the inspiration, and that's what we're like so excited about, because we know that's what our leaders are giving you guys on the True Life page this week. We recognize that it has to go beyond that, right? It has to go beyond the post and the ideas. Y'all have to take that and use it and then give back and then provide it for somebody else. So the inspiration is a huge part of it. But with that, another big thing that is my favorite part of this community is that we are problem solvers, right? Yeah. And we label you guys as that. And I don't think y'all recognize, because a lot of you, I think sheltered is the wrong word, but like a lot of you don't understand that while the Scentsy community is like really great, there are a lot of people who are stuck in this not growth mindset. It's a very fixed mind. Thank you. That's what I was going for that. A fixed mindset, and they refuse to problem solve and instead spend their time complaining about the problems. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of people like that. It is what it is.
I think it's that our culture has been so cultivated to be problem solvers that like y'all don't even recognize like that's in our True Life like motto.
It's our blood. You know? Yeah.
Like we are problem solvers. We are solution based. Yep. There is a solution to whatever problem you're facing.
Right.
And so like shout out to you guys.
Yeah.
Shout out to us. Okay. Like it's important.
It makes it literally. Here's the thing, as a leader, we sit back and look at the True Life page, or we sit back and look at you guys as a community, as a group, in our own little like niche in this world. And we're like, wow, we are so blessed to have a group of people. Y'all are like 900 deep. Okay. To have a group of people who are committed to the idea of, we're not trying to sugarcoat anything.
No toxic positivity.
No, we recognize problems come up. People get frustrated. Your customers get mad. You're not getting your order. Things are broken.
Yeah, we get it.
100%. But what I think this community thrives on and will continue to thrive on is the idea of we're not stuck in that.
No,
we're not going to throw up a negative post and be 10 comments deep in the negative. Okay. We're going to be problem solvers. Yep. And to me, if you go into leadership with that mindset and you create a culture of your own, or you are just radiating that kind of attitude, man, I feel like it just can take you so far, not just even in Scentsy, but in life.
Yep.
Like nobody wants to be around people who are just stuck in their problems and refuse to come up with solutions. Mm-hmm. And like Scentsy may be a really small fish in a really big pond in your mind. When you think about this, you're like, yeah, no, I'm not stuck in problems because like a package that didn't get here in time is not the end of the world.
Scentsy.
Yeah, it's just Scentsy. And I agree. Like it's to me, it's not that big of a deal. And I take this business very seriously. There are very few things that like get my goat when it comes to Scentsy and things going wrong. Okay. Because my attitude is, as long as I can come up with a solution, or I can have a somewhat turned around attitude about it to whoever it's bothering the most, like my customers or somebody on our team, if I can help them see another side, we're good.
Yep.
We're going to get through it.
Yep.
I'm not going to spend 5 minutes frustrated about something that's not going to matter in 5 years. The sellout of whatever warmer Tinselgate.
Yeah. Oh, the drama.
The PTSD may still be real, but y'all, it does not matter.
Yep.
The warmer that sold out in 5 minutes, your customers are not spending another second thinking about.
Yep.
Okay. So, and I recognize that like, it's hard in those moments to see that and to adopt that kind of attitude. But if you just believe, and if you just trust yourself, this business, this company, this team, if you just trust it enough to recognize that it is not worth the stress, and that whatever is happening will be made right.
Yes. Like
We're
no
good.
one's out to get you. Like we're all good.
Right.
Like we're good. And thankfully, like we don't even have issues with this.
No.
We were talking over dinner and it's like, dude, like we don't even see complaints. We don't even have to like delete posts. Like truly,
we don't have to have post approval on.
Yeah.
Like I'm in a lot of groups where there has to be comment approval. Okay.
Yeah.
Where the admins have to approve the comments.
Yeah.
And it's like
to us, like we don't,
I can't.
Like Brie at dinner was like, I don't know if they're calling some consultant support or something, but like we never see any issues. And it's like, yeah, we don't, because you guys are such solution driven consultants, and that's amazing. And even if you do have a problem, and even if you are posting about it, it's usually for solution.
Right.
For
yeah,
solutions.
if you're coming for solutions, that's still being a solution.
Right. And
that's being solution
right.
based.
It's not like a big fire.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so that's
huge.
It's awesome.
We really wanted to acknowledge that, and we wrote it down as like, this is part of your role in this community, is to be problem solvers, but y'all already wear that badge of honor.
You do.
Like legit. And so we are just so thankful for that, but we did want to throw it out there for anybody who's new to this community, maybe hasn't heard of that mindset, or hasn't experienced something where that comes into play. And I promise you it will. Like if you haven't had it yet, there will be a warmer that sells out super fast. There will be a crash on the site. There will be a queue that goes wrong. Like there will be flash sale orders that take a month to ship. Like there will be things. Okay. And we just know we can't predict what's going to happen, but when you expect that things could go wrong, it puts you in a better position to say, okay, you know what, when they do, we'll deal with it.
Yep. It'll all be good, because there's no such thing as
a problem that will wreck us.
Yeah. Or a Scentsy emergency. There's
or a Scentsy emergency.
True Scentsy emergency. Yeah. Like this is wax and warmers, people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And honestly, like we're talking to you guys, like this part doesn't even like fall into,
I know.
You know, like,
but
it's important.
It is important. And and again, it speaks to you taking on this leadership role, right? So as you're being a leader, as you're growing a team of hundreds, you are going to run into people who don't understand that mindset, and you're going to have to face it head on.
Yeah.
You're going to have to
be a problem solver
of the problems.
Yes.
Right. You're going to have to make a post. We've had to make a couple of posts in our days where we said, hey, that's enough. We are going to fix it. We're going to come up with a solution. Or Scentsy's already come up with a solution. Yes. That's the thing, is that like things sell out and people don't give it enough time to say Scentsy's giving us a second chance.
Right.
Right. So like, we just have to know that it's going to come up, and you as a leader have to take accountability and have to take the reins on the culture sometimes, and recognize and remember what the purpose and the goal is. Right. So if we want to create a culture that are problem solvers, then I have to address the problems head on.
Yep. Yeah. Let's no just like hoping it goes away.
Right.
We address them. Right. No elephants in the room here.
Oh gosh.
Jessica.
Yeah, I know. I have no heads up about it. I pray not though.
So like funny story with summer collection, Jessica said that she feels like we're giving heads up that the summer collection is going to sell out super quick. And normally it doesn't.
No.
But like, I remember like, cause I've been with Scentsy since 2017.
No, 16.
No.
16.
2015.
Oh, 15.
I've been with Scentsy since 2015, and like the summer collection always stuck around. But with COVID 2020, I remember like I wasn't even on at lunchtime. I'm like, I'll just get it later. And then she's texting me. She's like, oh my God, did you see this sold out? This sold out, this sold out. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
And so like everything I planned to get like totally sold out on me. That's never happened. But
And they're doing something new with putting it on the website, right? So people can see it. It says coming soon. So like, yeah, prepare yourself for that because it is really beautiful. But I have no secret knowledge of that. And I don't think Alex does either. So, but yeah, so going back to just recognizing as a whole, not even with the problem solving, but like, here's the thing. You're part of this culture. And if you don't like it, if you don't like what we've got here, you are welcome to go create your own.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
And that's on you.
Yeah.
But if you're going to like be here and like hold your head up high as a true life dream chaser,
yeah,
we want you to have some ownership in that. We want you to have some control over that. Right. Yeah. And so understanding where our values are in this culture, which pretty much align with Scentsy's,
yeah.
right? Recognizing where we are helps you to be able to not only hold the group accountable, but also contribute.
Yeah. Find your little spot.
Find your niche. Find your place where you can say, I feel like I'm actively giving back, contributing to the wellness of this community. Mm-hmm. That's showing up as your best self as a leader.
Yep. And your team is watching and your team is seeing and you're inspiring many.
And you may not hear from your team. Your team may not like, comment, love, nothing on your post. They may not respond to your text messages, but somebody else's downline might and probably will.
Yep.
We had girls on here commenting about Nancy showing up and they're not even on her downline, but they're being inspired. Mm-hmm. They're being motivated. Mm-hmm. There is such power in giving yourself permission to contribute to this community, regardless of who you're doing it for. You're doing it for the wellness of this community. You're doing it to contribute and to have ownership over this culture. And that's so important because I promise you, you don't want to be driving the ship alone. Like you don't want to one day look behind you and realize nobody's there because we're too focused on not giving back. Right? I think it's just so important that we all have a leadership quality big enough to step out and share, make it simple, be your authentic self, find your spot, and uphold this culture the best way you know how. I'm not asking for a lot.
No. Just show us how you're working, man.
Show up, right?
Yeah.
We talked about in the first week that being a leader is part of, as a director, like I said, you have all of this experience behind you, whether it took you 6 months to be a director or 2 years to be a director. You have all this experience and all these things that people would claim as success. You may look back and be like, I just kind of landed here, whatever, but it's success, right? Because now you're the third title from the top of Scentsy. Okay, there is success and there is trial and there is error and there's triumph in your story, right? And so as you're moving through that, you're figuring out how to maneuver that, which is called knowing the way, right? And when you figure it out and you start moving through it, that's going the way, right? And then once you are going and you're moving and you're getting the hang of it, the last part of that responsibility is called showing the way, right? It's bringing that next person in line with you. I promise you the mountaintop is a lot better view when you share it with other people.
Yep.
And I know that I'm speaking to leaders here because they're nodding their heads because you recognize that the best part about being a leader in a lot of ways is having other people in your downline or frontline succeed.
Oh yeah.
When they're hitting their 100%. Goals, when they're promoting, when they're getting their first party, it's like you're more excited than you were for you.
For sure. It is an amazing feeling.
So it is so important to replicate that every opportunity you get. Mm-hmm. with showing the way, and that's to the greater community. So with that being said,
something so exciting.
We talked about this, I think a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
We've been talking about it for a few weeks now.
Yes.
And y'all been asking for it, and we love this program. We really love this. I think this was one of our first programs that we did together, and it was like a huge success.
Yeah, it was.
And I think this time we're gonna like
revamp
it a little bit.
Zhuzh it up for us.
Yeah. But starting in July, okay, we're gonna wait till after SFR. Starting in July, we are going to be doing our third Leap to Lead program.
Yes, we are.
So this program is seriously the best.
Incredible.
Program. Yeah.
To just really get your footing in leadership.
Yep.
And goals and tasks along the way to help you promote. Yep. And help you maintain that title and even grow from there.
Yep. So Veronica asked, what's that? So it's crazy because I don't know when the last Leap to Lead we had was.
It's been a while. Like, was the first one we did during COVID?
I don't know.
It's been a while since we've done a Leap to Lead.
Can you repeat what you said? Okay, so
hold on. It's a program that we have designed to help guide your way through your business from essential certified lead consultant, guide you through leadership, building your business, team building, promoting.
It's that next step, right? Yes. So like as an essential consultant walking into this business, your first few steps are PRV based, right? They're not money based, but they're like sales based, right?
Getting your feet into the sales part of Scentsy.
Yeah, which is great, which is what you need, right? Because the 3 legs of success tell us
that's PRV, an important foundation.
Yeah. But the second part is sponsoring. And so we put a focus on those, for lack of a better term, baby consultants, right? Essential certified. We put a focus on them. But PS, this will be open for everybody. But we put a focus on them, I think. Yeah. We'll put a focus on, how many times can I repeat that? We'll put a focus on essential and certified consultants and helping them, introducing them to this idea of leadership, right? What does that lead title promotion mean? What does it mean when I sponsor somebody? What does it mean when I get 1,000 GWV? Like, what does that mean for my paycheck? What does it mean to sponsor new people?
And the confidence and knowledge to step into that. A lot of the times people wait till they have it all figured out. They wait till the moment is right. They wait till it's the perfect person for it. But this program
teaches you and
empowers you to do the action steps. And there's homework. There's homework that guides you along the way. And the goal is by the end of the program, not only have you sponsored, not only have you promoted, not only have you grown in leadership, but you have learned your footing enough to go repeat it when we're not there, giving you homework and guiding you.
Yep. And the reason that we have it open for everybody is because I feel like it lines up really well with this idea of going back to basics. Right? Because I feel like sometimes we overcomplicate things, right? And we make this sponsoring thing way more difficult than it needs to be. Right? So bringing it back to that first moment, that first link in the chain where we say you're promoting to lead, that's at least one person on your team. What does it look like to have those conversations? What does it look like to help them through their first steps in the business, right? So it will be open for everybody. It's going to be an incredible, revamped, but still same vibe program where we really dedicate our time to those essential and certified consultants and walking them through their first taste of leadership.
Yep.
Right. That first link, because we believe that has a really big impact on how you move forward as a leader.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah. Not that you can't be great later, even if it was rough in the beginning or you didn't know or whatever you might have made. I made a lot of mistakes as a lead consultant. Like, you know, you learn as you go. And what we want to do, though, is try to empower people with what we believe is a great way to start, what we know, what we've learned, and empower people and equip people to be the best leaders that they can be.
And additionally, I'm going to say that this is going to be great for everyone too, especially directors, superstar consultants, star consultants who have teammates or who sponsor regularly, but maybe you don't have a program to guide your new consultants through. Leap to Lead is great.
And it's actually a really simple program to replicate.
It is. And that's the part.
Yeah.
It's very replicatable. You can say, okay, Alex and Brianna are focusing on this first, and then this, and then this, and then this. So when I have new consultants, I'm going to kind of follow that same map.
No, what we'll do, I'm gonna give
you agree?
No, I totally agree. What we're gonna do is what we come up with outlines. We have a complete outline for the Director Reboot. We come up with an outline for Leap to Lead. We're very much like pen and paper people. So what we'll do is directors and above, you guys will give you
the outline of what we're gonna do
for the Leap to Lead. Maybe even superstar consultants. Like, we'll give you the outline.
Yeah, I love that.
And so then you can take
you're a step ahead.
Yeah.
And you can then
know what's going on,
walk with your essential and certified consultants through this program.
Yep.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Because like you said, we want to equip you guys with knowing what they're going through and being able to walk beside them, help them, all of that. And then being able to replicate it later, because we're going back to you as a leader taking ownership over this culture, this community. And part of that is training. A big part of that is training. What you're sharing, what you're talking about, what you're going live about, that's all considered training.
Totally.
But my favorite part is doing these kinds of things, like the boot camp and the Leap to Lead.
Because
like,
they make such an impact on people in our organization.
Right.
People have built their businesses and they can look back to a moment in their business and say, oh, the Dash to Director program really helped. Leap to Lead really helped. And that's an amazing feeling. And it's also confirmation for us that duplication is important.
Yeah.
Being able to put on these programs maybe once yearly, it's important. Being able to get back to the basics, it's important, because you have to remember there's always constantly, and hopefully in your, as you know, speaking to leaders in your organization too, you see that there's constantly people joining it every month, every part of the year, there's people joining. And so the need for reiteration is very important. And I remember there were times a few years ago where I'm like, I feel like we're just talking about the same thing over and over. I feel like we're just talking about the same thing over and over. And then I had an aha moment. It's like, we need to be talking about the same thing over and over because we have new people coming over and over.
Right. And it's unrealistic to expect people to like just go on the page and search,
figure it out,
to lead,
search these code words and figure it out.
Yeah.
And so, being able to do these programs, but also being able to lead leaders through these programs for them to have the confidence and the knowledge to then go train their frontline really well, teach their frontline to train their frontline really well. It all trickles down.
Yeah.
It's that amazing culture that we're building and that we focus really hard on. So we wanted to, the whole purpose of this chat today was to just give you an inside look on how our brains work when it comes to feeding into leaders, feeding into our team culture as a whole, and just how awesome things are. It's with a lot of work that we love and we're passionate about, but we wanted to give you kind of like an inside look on our take on that, and then also offer you guys the Leap to Lead program.
Right. And what's going on the True Life page and the Director Reboot right now is a direct reflection of that.
Yep.
Right. So, and their own take on it. Like, that's not to say our leaders are like copies of us, but they are literally taking what we have worked hard to create and utilizing it and revamping it and giving it their own spin, so that they can show up and contribute in whatever ways they want.
Yep. And just kind of give them the eyes and the opportunity to inspire and build connections, and hopefully the confidence to continue doing so, which I think is really awesome.
Yep. I'm here for it. So Leap to Lead will begin in July. Obviously, there will be more details to follow at a later date.
Yep.
But we're excited about it.
Yes.
We are so pumped about it, and I'm excited to see people excited about it, and especially people who have gone through it before. So that'll be good.